Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Let's see which way the momentum points on a couple of more momentum stocks, shall we? All right, Mike Vodka's here, our momentum stock analyst at Zacks.com. I said momentum a few times. So, you know.
Gaining momentum.
Yeah, that's right.
On momentum.
Right, that too. SBUX Corporation is one momentum stock that you've written about recently. And, you know, in months past, they were not without their problems. Has their story changed now? Are they back on the upside?
Yeah, well, you're definitely on track there. The SBUX ran into some problems over the last couple of years. We saw their share price top off in October of 2006, and previous to that, they had been on a really aggressive expansion schedule, both domestically and international, and they kind of got ahead of themselves a little bit. So they needed to kind of go back to the drawing board, take a really good look at their business and figure out what they could do to make some improvements. So to answer your questions, yes, we are starting to see some of those things come down the line now.
Okay, such as?
Well, just to kind of go to give you a small profile of the company too, is SBUX has actually been around since 1985, which I didn't know. It's a bit of a longer history than I thought. 16,000 stores worldwide, which is amazing to me. Market cap of $17 billion. Now getting into some of the things they've done that kind of turned around is they have closed some of their less performing stores, both domestically and internationally. They brought back the actual founder of the company, who was I think Howard Schwartz. They brought him back into the mix. He's done well. They introduced some new products here, and they have a new kind of a new emphasis on focusing on the customer and the experience of the customer at the SBUX store.
Okay, let's get to the numbers.
And what we've seen that translating to is first quarter results from January 29th. We had nice year-over-year growth of 4%, up to $2.7 billion. They came through with a nice earnings beat of 33 cents per share. That was 18% ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate. Now, this is consistent with what we've seen over the last year. They've beaten each quarter over the last 4 quarters. So it's been a tough environment, and they've done well. So it speaks of the progress of their strategy.
Okay.
They did see nice international growth. International sales were up 19%. They have a strong balance sheet. They've got $1.4 million of cash they're sitting on. That's nice. Valuation picture, trading at 21 times right now. That's not exactly value, but they do have a nice next year growth estimate, so that kind of tempers the valuation a little bit. And then getting into the chart finally, like I mentioned before, you know, shares topped off in October of 2006, and they dropped pretty hard after that. But recently, we've seen the share price bump up to 24 bucks, so they've had some nice gains. All
right, let's take a quick look at Cimarex Energy. XEC, the ticker symbol, another momentum stock you brought with you.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this one up because I want to stay focused on the energy story. I want our listeners to understand this energy story really isn't going anywhere. We see oil prices at $80 right now. It's hard to say what's going to happen in the future, but anytime oil dips lower, it's like it just pops right back up. It says a lot about investor sentiment.
All right, so give me the story on this one.
Cimarex is a small domestic explorer, a driller, which means they're going to have a strong correlation with underlying oil prices, and it's a great value play right now. The current year estimate is pegged at 588. The next year estimate is 722. So what that means is, from a valuation perspective, we're only trading at 10 times. There's tons of value in the stock and lots of upside. Moving on to the chart, what we've seen is that we saw shares bottom out in March at only $15. And recently, we saw shares chop off at about $63, so we have seen some really nice share price appreciation just in the last couple months with the market. There may be some more upside, too. Like I said, the valuation picture is very attractive, so if more people start to notice this stock, then we could see some more upward momentum.
Especially if they're talking about $100 oil by the end of the year, this one could be in focus for a while.
If we saw $100 oil, this stock here would definitely pop.
All right, do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
Check out other Zacks Rank Buy stock pick ideas on our website, Zacks.com's homepage. Upper right-hand corner, we put 4 new ideas up there for you daily, one in each of the investing categories written about on Zacks.com. And with Michael Vodka, our momentum stock analyst, I'm Terry Ruffalo.